right, on today's show, I welcome on a very special guest. He is Justin Denson. He's a junior. He's a junior wide receiver for LaSalle High School's football team. Justin, how are you?
Good, yeah.
I'm doing well. Justin, let's just get into it. You guys have a regular football season this year. And your first game was a long ways away, 5 hours away, the Staten Island, and you played Monsignor Farrell. What was it like to play against them and play outside the state?
I mean, it was an intense game. Like it was like a good wake up call and get us good competition like before the season started. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was getting us prepared and like making sure we know like our place. Like because you know how it's always LaSalle, Hendricken every year. It's like we always like steamrolled through Rhode Island. So it was like playing a team like that is like bringing us down to earth, knowing that we can lose, like we can play competition and that every day is a fight.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, it was a rough start, but you guys look like you made like a little bit of a comeback in the fourth quarter. And, what was it like just to, see a different team and like a team that doesn't know your scheme and you don't like know their scheme, you have to prepare for them for the season. What was that like?
I mean, we did watch a lot of film, but it was like a rough week before because you know how we were supposed to play the season opener versus Hendricken.
Yeah.
But like COVID had hit. Like a lot of us, including myself, didn't go to practice the whole week because we was quarantined. Like a couple of our starters couldn't play versus them. So it was like we got rushed into it a little bit. Like a couple of us, like me, you might know him, James L.
Yep.
I had to learn like the defense like the day before. And like I practiced before I went and played. So it was like a lot of preparation for me. Like I stayed after practice. One of my coaches, like they made sure I was ready to play, but it was like it felt like the next level,
Yeah. That's crazy. That's cool though. You got the I mean, it stinks to kind of have a day to prepare for a new team that you haven't seen before and get ready for, and you don't know really any of the players, so you have to like cram that all in and the night before. And that stinks about COVID as well too. I'm sorry to hear about the team getting that and having those experiences, but that's good that you're able to face someone outside the state and like have that recognition too, that like, there is better competition out there. Was there anyone that was tough to like face, or the cornerbacks out there as well?
Excuse me?
What was it like to play against their cornerbacks, and like how physical were they?
Farrell, I was like the corners, like their skills wasn't better than our skills because like our skills come with anybody. That's how we see it. But I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of big boys. Like there was a lot of big boys.
That's tough when there's some bigger boys out there playing themselves. And now your next game is up in Massachusetts. You're playing against Catholic Memorial. I mean, what are you looking forward to going against a team like that and up in Roxbury?
I mean, my coach has been telling us all week, especially me and a couple other guys, that we got to take this game serious. Like we can't go in there thinking that this is the number one team in Mass. So they have this many players, they have this kid, they have that kid. We got to just see it as we're ourselves. Like we can beat anybody. And they have a lot of kids like 4-stars, recruits on the team and stuff. So a lot of coaches are going to be at the game. So we just got to show up. We got to take this as an opportunity to get LaSalle out there, get Rhode Island out there, bring more attention to Rhode Island. So we can't go out there nervous. So I'm just excited to play, just me and my team to like try to get the W this weekend.
Yeah, that's really cool that you guys get to face against a team of that caliber and, players with the 4-star recruits and have them on there and like have those coaches out there. So that's got to be exciting just to be able to, face them and as well as have that hype around it as well.
Yeah.
What's the one thing your team has just been looking forward to against playing against this team? Just to get your names out there, or what was it?
Like prove a lot of people wrong, because a lot of people saying why they're crazy for playing them, stay in Rhode Island, this, that, and the third. We just want to like go out there, prove that we can play in any state.
I love it. And it's proven that Rhode Island can play any sport. I love it. That's awesome. So what's it like? I mean, you guys have you have a normal season. What was it like coming into the regular season knowing that you guys could have an off season, get ready for the season? What was that like?
It was a really fast turnaround because, with the spring season last year, especially when I was a transfer to LaSalle my sophomore year.
Yeah.
So that spring season was my first year of football at LaSalle.
Wow.
So I got like the offensive stuff. And as soon as those quick couple games was over, state championship, 2 weeks later, we was back in the weight room. So like our off season started early. So it was just been firing since last spring.
That's crazy. So it's been like football pretty much like for the last 6 months for you. What's it like though? I mean, obviously football is your sport and you love it.
Yeah. Football. And like LaSalle just makes it so much better. Like it feels like a college program there because like our weight room, our staff, our facilities, it's fun. Like it's fun knowing that I get to do something like the sport I love at this high of a level in high school,
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you play in a great division. You play in some great teams in Division One. But like, what's it like too? You said you transfer into LaSalle your sophomore year. What's that first time you transfer into LaSalle during a weird COVID year?
It was rough because I came from Hedgekin.
Yeah.
So but like it was open, like they was accepting, like they it was all fast because like as soon as I came, like it was football, and then it got taken away from us, like because it was supposed to be a regular season last fall.
Yeah.
So I transferred in the summer. I was there all summer, like the whole second half of the summer practices. Then school started. We was practicing during school. Then they took it from us. Said no season. They took it away from us. So it was like, geez. But then they gave us spring back, and so that just made us all work hard. It made me work harder. Like it was just made, it like put a fire under me, Like no, like I gotta like make my sophomore year count, like with this little time I had. So it was just, yeah.
What was it like too? Like, I mean, to get to know new teammates in that short span of time too, like, and especially in that shortened season.
I mean, I'm from Providence. I have family members on the team. Like I knew kids on the team, but like my coach says all the time that football, like high school football, like is something it's different from other football. Like the relationships you build, the bonds you make with kids on the team is really different. Like I met new people that I will talk to years from now. It was just like, it was really a family last season. Like our coach always says, it's not our ups that makes us a team. It's the setbacks that we take, the hard hits that we take that makes us come together and makes us stronger. So, yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. That's such a cool saying. And I think that's great. And it's very true. I think football, there's more like a big camaraderie there. And that's great that you guys, like you said, you'd be having friends that you talk to years down the road from now. That's awesome. They get to experience that. And what was like last season like anyways, guys play that shortened season. You guys make the Super Bowl. What was it like just to even get that season? You have to wear masks. What was it like to play during that season?
It was tough because, like, as I said, we was thinking no season. And it was like, it was like towards the track season. Like, it was like during track season and basketball season. So it was like us, like the track runners, like me, myself, and like the basketball players that's on our team. It was like, we had to go from one thing to another. And plus the mask, like we had to practice with masks. We had to play with masks. Like, it was like, and you never knew if he was going to play next week. Like, nothing was guaranteed during the season. So it was just like a lot of anxiety and just like, but it made us go harder, because like the little time we had with the seniors left and like just playing football, like we never knew if it was guaranteed. So every week it made us work hard, practice. When the game came, it showed.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. And that's amazing. You guys made it to the Super Bowl, and unfortunately not the result that you quite wanted, but this year's a different year. So you gotta hopefully make that run back to it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then what, like during the off season, I mean, you played in the Breakthrough Academy, right? Too during the off season.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's it like playing for the Breakthrough?
Breakthrough is an amazing program. I've known Stanley, Coach Dunbar, since I was like in 7th grade. I met him at a different camp. Like, I've known him for a while. I played on the Breakthrough travel team before. It was like the big organization, but like I feel as though what he's doing is like really helpful for Rhode Island kids who like don't have their name out there, who want extra exposure, or like just like to get people together, play football, like something football for Rhode Island. Because there's always something basketball, like, but that right there like really helped kids like who like love football. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I love his brand and what he's doing for like kids in Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like almost like a summer league for your football guys, but it helps you guys too with like preparing, stay ready for the season as well too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Coach Dunbar's, from what I hear, is a great guy. I live here in Wesley, so I know what he's doing around
Yeah,
with the football team here. So that's awesome.
yeah.
But also too, I want to know too, Justin, like, where did the love of football start? Where did the passion come from?
So originally, I would have never thought I'd play football. Like my mom, I started when I was young. My mom always said she was not gonna let me play football because of contact, whatever. But I was like 5 or 6. But my uncle was actually like he played football and track. He was like All American track. Like he wanted me to play football. Like he made sure I played football for his team. Like he made my mom let me. So I was 5. I played for the Edward Eagles, like with a couple other players on my team. Yeah. So like once I started playing, I just loved it. Like it just an automatic click for me. Like it's something about football, It's just always been there,
Yeah, that's awesome. And was your uncle your biggest inspiration to play football? And
Definitely. He
that's
pushes me to like my limits all the time. He's always there supporting me. My mom too, but like my uncle, like really I don't think I would be at the football player I am today without him.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. That's great to hear. And obviously, he's working out well for you, and you can tell how passionate you are about just by the way you talk about football. What made you become a wide receiver? What made you choose the wide receiver position?
I was always tall. I was always tall, long, fast. And Pop Warner, you play anywhere.
Yeah.
I started line and linebacker, but then I got older and like it became more serious. I just played offense. I just got the ball in my hands. But I was always like a big defensive guy. Like in Pop Warner, like I got the ball, like, score, whatever. But I always liked defense more. But then as like my JV year of like Pop Warner at Mount Hope, like offense and receiver, just like it just was so fun. And I was like, that's what I was best at. Like I was like doing my routes, I could catch, jump. That's where the athletes were for receiver. So going into high school, I was like, all right, so it's time to take it really serious. Like this is where I like get my money, college, all that. So I gotta pick one position that I'm best at, stay there. So,
Nice. That's great that you chose that. And what's the biggest, like, what's some big drills that wide receivers do for like the listeners that don't know, like outside of like the work of the off seasons?
I mean, footwork is key. So like I feel like as the best thing or biggest thing for a receiver, the ladder, get your ladder drills in, play with a tennis ball on the wall, get your hands right. Or like I say, like I train with my trainer, Alex Porticella, ACSC training. He gets me my footwork, gets my routes right, everything.
That's great. Get ready to go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to know too, just some other things as well. Like, what's your personal goal for the season, and as well as your team goal?
Team goal, state championship. State championship. Right now, it's about the team. Like I have personal goals, of course, like the college that I talk to, get my offers. But right now, during the seasons, to focus on the team, do what I have to do to help us win, get to the state championship again, and actually win it this year.
I love it. I love it. True teammate, true football guy right there. I love that. That's awesome. Now, I just want to ask you some questions outside of the sport itself, and just some fun questions that I usually ask everyone. And just one. So, who's your favorite NFL team?
The Seahawks.
The Seahawks. Do you have a favorite player?
To be honest, I loved Odell since he came in the league. So playing right now, Odell.
Nice. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite player overall? That's someone that's retired or anything?
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. He was so great. I wish he didn't retire so early, but
I know. So great.
Yeah, he was a great football player, but understandable. What's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Yeah.
Just plain or like with sauce or?
Yes, but spaghetti, the meat, the sauce.
Nice.
Maybe shell.
I love it. And do you have a favorite place to get spaghetti from?
My mom.
Your mom. Good
Love
answer. Can't go wrong with that. Good answer. And then what's your favorite thing to do outside of football?
Outside of football?
Yeah.
I don't know. If chill with my friends, maybe play my people, something like that. Cause like most of my friends are football players. You know what I'm saying? So we're either working out, practice, playing another sport, and we might chill, get something to eat, go to an occasional birthday party. But most of the time, we're working out or on the game.
Do you guys play any like video games with each other, Madden or anything?
Yeah, I'm a big Madden guy. 2K20, 2K22. I mean, I'm really good at that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, really good at that.
Did they come out with the NCAA football game yet?
Nah, not yet. I'm waiting. I can't wait for it to come back.
No, same here. Me and you both. I was just playing. I found like my old Xbox and I was playing like 13. Yeah.
Yeah. But they added like a college mode in Madden 22.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, with like Oregon, Tennessee, Clemson, Texas, all that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I didn't know that. I have to play some more video games. I haven't played in a while. Justin, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me or comments or statements before we sign off?
I just want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for what you're doing for kids like me. Yeah, basically it.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate the kind words as well too. And definitely be on the lookout for you this season. I hope you have a great season. I'll definitely have to come to a game up to LaSalle as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.